Alright, so we are in here against my boy Star. Very scary team, very good team. Interesting six he decided to bring. So he's got Pult, King Gambit, Moltres, the Dun, Torn, and Keldeo. So no Venomoth is good. No Venomoth is very good. I like seeing the King Gambit because that means my prep with Slowking did not go out the window. As well as the Enam. I think I really like Enam off lead here because it really just beats anything one-on-one. And he does not have great switch-ins to it. It's really just the Moltres who can't really put that much pressure on me. I do like having Shifu here. I just have to scout for a potential Scarf Moltres. Otherwise, we do outspeed it. And the Keldeo, I feel like, has to be Scarfed just based on the bundle matchup. Part of me wants to lead Hydrapple just to get the Terra off. That actually might be a play. But there's nothing... It's really just the Pult that's an issue. We're going to lead Frankie. I like Frankie off lead here. It puts a lot of pressure on the team, and that's exactly what I wanted it to do. Seeing no Venomoth was really good because it was actually very scary into the specific team that I brought, only the Glow King being able to handle it, but if it did get out of hand, it was a little much. So he's going to lead with the Keldeo. So Keldeo into Enam. Let's see here. Specs Hydro Pump never kills me, even if you're modest, I think. Yeah, even if you're modest, you actually only do 98%, and a Moonblast does pick up a KO here. If you go Moltres, we're still picking up 30% with a Moonblast, which is really good chip here. And if you... Let me make sure I'm not making a misplay here. Does Keldeo get Ice Beam? I think it just gets Icy Wind, right? Yeah, it only gets Icy Wind. So Icy Wind, just to be safe if you're Specs. Because I do not want to lose this thing turn one. Icy Wind should not do. Yeah, it doesn't do nearly enough. I didn't think so, but I just wanted to be safe. So yeah, we can just click Moonblast very freely here. It's going to flip turn. It's going to do 43. I'm assuming that's just going to be no attack investment. So yeah, looks like a mid-roll. No attack investment. We're probably going to see the Moltres come in here. I will take 30% chip on Moltres. We'll be able to see if it is AV potentially. Professor Fox, that's definitely the Moltres coming down the Moonblast. I wanted to predict that and click Sludge Bomb. So we're going to say about that 25% mark. So it looks like it's got a little SpDef, but not full SpDef. Okay. So if he clicks Hurricane here, he actually does a decent amount of damage. I don't think you're AV. And I think I can actually just get a free switch into Coco here. I really don't know what he wants to switch into if I go Coco. I feel like Pult is not safe because he can't kill me unless he specs, and even then, does Pult kill SpDef Slowking? Dragapult specs into Slowking. Yeah, 75%. So if you click U-turn here, which I feel like you should, just predicting the read, I feel like you should be clicking U-turn here. He's just gonna Willow. I'm okay with that. I'm very okay with that. So me being burned doesn't, yeah, it doesn't do anything for him here actually. And he does not have any removal here, so we are going to find out who is Boots. We are going to find out right now who on this team is Boots. I almost teched Power Gem on Slowking specifically for this Moltres, but I feel like Moltres is too important for him to leave it in. I think he just clicks U-turn. And we do have... what you call it? I can't think. What am I trying to say? We have Focus Blast for King Gambit. I am a little under the weather today. I've been sick for the last couple days. I'm slowly starting to get over it. But yeah, my voice is going to be just a little fucked up for the next couple of videos. So if I'm not talking, it's because my throat hurts just a little bit. But we'll try to get through it. I don't do post-com, so we're still doing the live comms. So he does just U-turn. 330 down to 270. So I did 60. I'm assuming that is also no attack investment, but I will calc it. I did 60. Am I reading that right? Yeah, that has some attack investment. Oh, no, it doesn't. Never mind. I was looking at the wrong calc. Okay. Yeah, so that looks like another mid-roll, no attack investment. Minus attack, actually. Who does he want to go into here? That's a good question. I think he should be scared to go into King Gambit. Not seeing the Scream Tail means that Future Sight is very free to click if I can get this King Gambit out of the way. So that's going to be really good for me here. I am going to swap the first time to make sure that I can keep baiting the King Gambit in every time the Glow King is on the field. So that way I can eventually get him to where I can click Focus Blast. And just hope to God I don't miss. Professor Spectre. That's going to be the Pult. Okay, so Dragapult. Dragapult, if your specs. Shadow Ball, if your specs, does 249. It does, let's see, if I'm at 249. This Shadow Ball has a 30% chance to kill me if you're timid specs. So the question is, what do? I kind of want to go into Saru here. But I really don't want him to, like, sub for free, you know? I feel like the sub is not the worst thing in the world, because I'll just go Hydrapple here. He could also just DD. He's just going to Hex. Ooh, that's going to kill me. Oh my fucking god. There's no way. I am so sorry. I feel like that has to be a roll. Okay, so that's obviously not specs. That was a huge fucking roll. Holy shit. So if he's just max special attack, that had a 75% chance of killing me, and he did not get it. Which is an absolutely insane thing to think about. So he does not have a fairy here. So I really want to just go into Duchess and start putting pressure on. And if he wants to try to, like, Hex spam me, so be it. I think I get a very free hit off on Moltres coming in here. I really don't want a Terra. Seeing that he's not specs, does a Draco kill Hydrapple? Not even close. So I really don't need a Terra. I actually want to really want to double, but I don't think that's a good idea. What I am gonna do, I think, is just attack, and then when we see the Moltres come in, I'm gonna go Enam on the U-turn. And I'm not gonna Terra, I don't think. He's gonna expect me to Terra Steel here. He's just gonna U-turn. So he's actually gonna get a good amount of chip off because I didn't Terra, which sucks just a little bit, but we should be able to get it all back because of regen, which is good. And I honestly might just stay in and pressure the Moltres. We'll be able to see right now exactly what set it is based on this damage. I feel like it's his only switch in. I feel like you shouldn't be going King Gambit here because I have Earth Power. Unless you're running a fighting move, which I think you just get Low Kick, which does not do a lot to Hydrapple. He gets Brick Break. Okay. Professor Fox, it's going to be the Moltres. So yeah, we're looking at about that 30% range. I mean, it's obvious he roosts here. Do I take advantage of that and get Bundle in? It's a bit worrisome. I could also use this as an opportunity to get Slow King in, because I don't think you can let this thing stay low. You have to roost here. And so because he has to roost, I'm going to go Glow King and get my regen off. I could be making a huge misplay, but I seriously think he has to roost here. He cannot let this thing get any lower. He does not know my spread yet, so he does not know that I'm AV on Hydrapple. He is just going to roost. So we did get that call correctly. And now I just go Enam, I think. That burn on Slowking does suck just a little. Actually, I think I just go Saru. I like the position Sarah Lich puts me in better. He's gonna Scorching Sands. Good call. It still doesn't do a lot though. So that did 124 or 114. Sorry, 114. Just gonna see right now if you have any special attack investment. No, you don't. Okay. What comes out here? I really don't know. But this Poltergeist is extremely free. I kind of want a Willow. Predicting the Dun to come in. I think I'm actually just going to go Duchess here. Flying moves don't do a lot. He's not doing that much. He's just going to Sands again. Hope for a burn, maybe. Not going to get it. Okay. I'm just going to click Dragon Pulse. This Moltres is putting me in a bit of an awful situation. He is just going to U-turn. So something's getting a Dragon Pulse. Probably going to be the King Gambit. Professor Sukuna. It's going to be the King Gambit. It's going to do absolutely nothing. And I think I feel free to just click Dragon Tail here. I feel comfortable swapping into Mons on anything that's not this King Gambit. He's going to withdraw. Probably predicting me to switch out. So we're going to get a free hit on this Moltres. Get a little bit of damage off. Maybe no Flame Body. Never punished. Let's go. Okay. It's going to see the Dun come in here, actually, which is interesting. I think on the Dun, I should be going straight into Saraledge. Or into Slowking. I need to get Slowking in on a revenge kill, though, because I need health on it. I don't know if he wants to stay in here. I am Terra. I could just Giga Drain for free, actually. Get a little bit of health back. Just see what he wants to do. I think I'm going to do that. I don't think you go back into the Moltres. He might. I am just going to Terra, though, because I don't want to take a Terra Fairy Terra Blast, especially if it's physical. If he wants to go into Moltres, that's fine. Because I will pivot into Enam on the Scorching Sands. So he's gonna Terra. So he's gonna go Terra Fairy this turn. We'll be able to get a decent read on this set. What item he is, maybe. We are gonna Terra as well. Done. Terra Fairy. Okay. See what he wants to do here. He's just gonna glare, which is honestly okay with me because now that I'm paralyzed, yeah, this Gyro Ball is gonna do a fuck ton.
Okay, I found this on the web.
Oop, I just activated my Siri. That's fucking hilarious. So this Gyro Ball is actually going to do a shit ton of damage to him. And even if he wants to bring in the Moltres, I don't know if I like that. I don't think you stay in here, though. I think you go Moltres here. And so, if you go Moltres, do I just go into blue? Who's his switch into blue? It's probably AV King Gambit, right? I'm gonna make a hard read here. I think you go Moltres on a second Giga Drain, and I'm gonna go into blue. He did not swap. That's not good. If he glared again, I'm in trouble. He's gonna roost. That's fine. The question is, do I want to encore here? I'm gonna sub to Scout. He's gonna withdraw, so we got the play right. Who's he going to here? Yeah, it's gonna be the King Gambit. I figured so. Okay. So we are sub lefties bundle. I'm just gonna be spamming Water Pulse. If he wants to try to SD on me, thinking he can beat me if he's not AV, I'm okay with that. We had to run Water Pulse over Hydro Pump just because I needed PP stall in case he brought the Scream Tail. So that's why we are running Water Pulse and not Hydro. And Confusion Chance is just fun. He's in a Kowtow Cleave. Okay. I was going to do a decent chunk. King Gambit versus Bundle. Yeah, he's definitely Assault Vest. Okay. So if he has Assault Vest, like, probably just max HP, right? Kowtow Cleave is still doing a lot. How much is Hydrapple taking? Nothing. Hydrapple's taking nothing here. I do need chip on King Gambit. If he just clicks low kick here, that's doing like nothing, right? Yeah, low kick's doing less than Kowtow Cleave is. And I think I just want damage on this thing. So I am just gonna click Dragon Pulse. If he wants to go into Dun, then I will happily gyro ball the shit out of this thing. He's gonna go in Professor Fox. That's gonna be the Moltres. Good Dragon Pulse damage. I think he has to roost here. And if he doesn't roost, then that Flamethrower is doing not that much. But we stay in. We click Dragon Pulse. And we hope to not get punished. Come on, Hydrapple, don't get punished. There we go. So I think I want to go Shifu now. We still have not seen an item on this thing. And I'm afraid to click Rock Slide. I could always go, I think I'm going to go Slow King actually. How much is that Scorching Sands doing to me? Not that much. And I get Slow Pivot. I think he just roosts again, which is fine. He's going to Sands this turn. So that did 80. So he never kills me with a move here, barring a crit. He's going to U-turn, so we're going to get momentum here. If we see the King Gambit come in, that's good because we know that's what he's going to do in the future. So the Moltres is not at full, and it looks like it actually might die to 2 Dragon Pulses. So I do need to keep that in mind. I also really need to get these Toxic Spikes up. Wait, did I already get the Toxic Spikes up? Am I tripping? I mean, the only 2 mons that have hit the field are King Gambit and Moltres, and maybe Dodun's Boots. Professor Sukuna, it's going to be the King Gambit, so we're going to get Chili off on this. Be able to bring in Shifu, which is really good for me. That's actually really good for me. So seeing that the Dragapult is not Specs, does... Draco actually never kills me. And you're definitely AV, you're not Chopple. And if he goes into Moltres, I think... Yeah, Moltres just dies afterwards to a Wicked Blow, so... We can very freely CC here. Not a lot of play into this. It's just the Dodun, honestly. So we could see the Dodun come out here. Professor Sheriff. It's gonna be, yep, the Dodun. Okay. To be expected. We're gonna go right back into Hydrapple. Unfortunately, I could not pack Poison Jab because I needed Sucker Punch for the Dragapult, and I liked Rock Slide as a way to be able to kill Spadef Moltres and Tuco Fizdef Moltres. Because if he's Spadef Moltres, which I know he's at least part Fizdef, if he was Spadef Moltres, then Rock Slide had a 60% chance to OHKO. So I was willing to take that. I think Star and I are both playing pretty well. We're both playing a little safe, which I mean is fine. We both are running very bulky offensive teams. He's gonna call the double, as he should. What does he go into though? Professor Tyson. It's gonna be the Torn. Do I want to call this and just click Dragon Tail? Actually, I can just Gyro Ball like extremely freely here, right? Tornadus into Hydrapple. Yeah, this Gyro Ball is actually doing a shit ton. But Dragon Pulse is doing more, so I can just Dragon Pulse first. If he wants to go back into the Dodun, we 2-ko it with a Gyro Ball. I don't know if this is what he was predicting me to go into. Maybe the Glow King is what he was predicting to come in. But Hydrapple is about to put in work here. He's just gonna Bleak win. Maybe you're predicting me to switch. He's gonna drop my speed even lower. And we're not gonna move. Okay. That's great, Hydrapple. And he's gonna Heat Wave. He's gonna miss. That is perfect. Can't ask for something better than that. Heat Wave should not do that much though. It actually only does like 40%, so. If he wants to Bleak on the Seru coming in. How much are you doing? Enough to 2-ko me. So I kind of do have to just stay in here. Click it again. I could actually just click Giga Drain. And no, it's not giving me enough back. I'll just click pulse again. He's going to click U-turn. Probably goes into the done. I don't think you can go Moltres here. And Hydreiple is just proving to be an issue for him. Which is good. He's going to go in Professor Fox. And we're going to get parried again. So honestly, not a great turn. And I really can't afford to... I don't think he's Scorching Sands. And if he does, I think it's fine, because he's not max speed. So I can get a Poltergeist off. He's just going to Roost. So this Moltres, assuming you have an item, this Moltres is taking 39% from a Poltergeist. And I'm willing to take that chip. Zero Edge is just not that important here. Heavy Duty Boots, to be expected. It's going to do a good chip. I'm going to go Frankie here. I'm going to save the Sarah. He's going to Scorching Sands. So Frankie is in against Moltres. And I'm just going to fire off... I mean, what's your switch in? You really don't have one. I don't know if I want to reveal Sludge Bomb yet. I could just click Mystical Fire for chip and to drop his special attack. That might be the play. King Gambit with an Iron Head. Oh my god, my dogs. Hey, stop. Maybe I do have to reveal Sludge Bomb, because it's gonna do enough, and plus a poison on this thing would be huge. He's gonna Willow for burn. That's fine. We'll take Sludge Bomb damage on this. I'll happily take Sludge Bomb damage on this. Okay, so if he wants to Roost here, let him Roost. Let him Roost. If he doesn't Roost, this Moltres is as good as dead because it can't switch in anymore. And he's risking a poison right now, which is like huge for him. Or huge for me, I mean. That seems like it healed so much more than 50. And every time that he roosts, he's just risking a poison. He's just going to U-turn. Do we see the King Gambit come in? I feel like it has to be the King Gambit. Nothing else is switching in on this. I don't know. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know why he's thinking about it. Now the question is, Assault Vest King Gambit does still die to a... It does still die to a move, so... It dies to a Focus Blast. Question is, do I want to reveal that now? I think the answer is no. And so I want to just play safe. But I could also go into Sarah Ledge here to get some ground. This is a tough call. Because I could just get rid of this King Gambit right now, which would pose so... It would be so good for me here. So good that I think I'm going to do it. Damn. Okay. So he doubled. He went back out into Moltres. So, Spadef fell. That's huge. That Spadef drop is very huge. Huge enough to where I think I'm gonna swap. But he could just attack because he knows he's gonna go down here. And if that's the case, what do you click? I don't really value this thing anymore. I think getting the 1-for-1 trade with it is good enough. He's going to U-turn. Which is fine, because this thing stays low. And it's in Dragon Pulse range. It's actually in Moonblast range, so I probably should have just clicked Moonblast. But the swap should have probably been a little more obvious to me just because of the Spadef drop. Because he can always try to roost spam on something like Slowking or Enam again later. But like I said, he's playing a very risky game with that poison. I don't see any reason you don't go into King Gambit here, right? I mean, what else do you go into if it's not King Gambit? My throat is killing me. I'm gonna go into Professor Tyson. It's gonna be the Torn on the Sludge Bomb. Not gonna take it out. We do have a lot of bulk in this thing. So does a Tornadus Sludge Bomb? It actually does pick up the KO here. So I think I just go into... I want to go into Seru, I think. I think you have to Sludge Bomb. Oh, he's doubling. Okay. Into Fox. Okay, good play. Good play on his part. The question is does Moltres take the Shadow Sneak? That looks close. It looks a little too close if you ask me. That looks like more than 12 though. But I do still want to save Enam, I think, because I can still take a hit from that King Gambit. Yeah, I always take one, even if he's adamant. The question is, do you Roost? Or do you Scorching Sands? I'm going to click Pult. He is going to Roost. So good switch on his part, but we're keeping him low. Moltres into Cerulege. A Bitter Blade would actually take me out of Scorching range. Scorching Sands, yeah, it would, actually. It's a chance that he doesn't even kill me now. But I think I'm just going to click Pult again. I wish I was counting Roos, because I think he's almost out. Don't miss. There we go. We're going to go into Hydrapple here because he can't really touch me. Yeah, he's going to go for Sands. Not really do very much. And he is... I think he's out of Roosts. This should be his last one, I think. We're just gonna Dragon Pulse spam. If he wants to U-turn, he can. He doesn't have a switch in. And we're going to pick up a kill with Sludge Bomb. Okay, so he actually did have a Roost left. I am not good at counting. Still no poison is kind of wild. And Enam is slowly becoming not a King Gambit check. I think I want to call it here. He can't do anything to me. He has to be out of Roost. I wasn't counting, which is entirely my fault, but I think he has to be out. Damn. Okay, that sucks. I was calling the switch. He did not switch. And I believe Moonblast just KOs from here, so I will just click it. Yeah, Moonblast does KO, so no reason not to click it. So Moltres is going to go down, which is actually very good because the Cerulege does have a very good time with the Mons remaining. Bitterblade is a very free click. Shadow Sneak does a lot to Pult. You want a Professor Spectre. It's going to be the Pult. Question is, do I value saving this? I think the answer is no. He's just going to click Hex, and I don't really have a switch in for it. I can actually go into Urshifu. Urshifu, if he's just clicking Hex. Because, I mean, you don't Willow here. There's no way you Willow. You 100% click Hex, and it does 17%. And I think I'm okay with that. Is it worth potentially losing this thing, though? When I could get a free... Well, I don't really have a better switch in, actually. Because I can go... Yeah, actually, that's a much better play. I'm going to let this thing go. He's going to Shadow Ball. So he has Shadow Ball and Hex. So good thing I did not swap, because that was going to be a lot of damage I did not want to take. Hulk kills Enam. And we get a free switch into Hydrapple here. Actually, yeah, Hydrapple gets to come in for free here. And I can just click Gyro Ball, actually, because the Keldeo is not coming in. Actually, is it more worth to just get damage off and not reveal Gyro Ball yet? I think that's the play. Hex shouldn't do that much. It does 29. So it actually doesn't even 3-KO me. Looks like I rolled a 3-KO me. He's just going to U-turn. So we're going to get Dragon Pulse off on something. If he wants to bring in Dun here, I'm going to get Chip on it. A Chip on Dun means Shifu just wins the game. So that's our play. He's going to go into Sukuna. So Chip on this is amazing. So he is Supreme Overlord. And I will happily just take Dragon Pulse Chip. And this is my check to King Gambit, so I'm just going to click Dragon Tail. He's going to just Kowtow Cleave. It's not going to do anything. That did nothing. We're going to Dragon Tail for more chip. And he is running boots on everything. We haven't seen the Keldeo hit the field since turn 1. And we're not going to see it now. Professor Tyson, Heat Wave is probably coming out here. I go Saru to call it. If he clicks Bleak, then good play, but I think you click Heat Wave here. If he clicks Bleak, then good turn. He clicks Heat Wave. There we go, we caught him. So we get a very free Shadow Sneak off now. He's going to withdraw. And this Bitter Blade into whatever comes in, it's going to be the Keldeo? Okay. I think... Ooh, that was a crit. Okay. I think I'm okay with letting Saraledge go down here now. Because it just lets me go into Hydrapple, right? He's just gonna surf. Okay. So if he's scarfed, Keldeo into bundle, that surf is doing 40 to 49. And freeze dry looks like it picks up a kill. So I can just very freely click it. I could also encore here. But I think the freeze dry is fine. He actually did withdraw, even though I could have clicked sub there, which is a crazy play. Don't freeze. Okay, we did not get the freeze. Dragapult with Shadow Ball. So Shadow Ball from Pult is actually not killing me, so it is worth saving health on this thing, I think. Real quick. King Game at Kowtow. 62%. Problem is, my switch-in is very obvious, but I think it's the switch-in I have to make anyways. Let's see if he called the double. Or let's see if he called my switch and makes a double. I feel like I doubt it, because he can't let Bundle set up a sub. He is just going to Kowtow. And he gets a crit. That's great. Okay. I'm just going to click Giga Drain. He's just going to click it again. Does exactly 100. We get a little bit of health back, so we can take one more if we so choose to. But I think my play is to go into Urshifu here. He clicked his move very fast, which tells me that he clicked Kowtow. And now I'm going to get Slow King in as he goes into Dun. If he clicks Kowtow again, then he got me. But I don't think you can. I think you got to save it. He's going to withdraw. Okay. What do you go into here? It's got to be Dun, right? Professor Sheriff. It's going to be the Dun. Okay. So, Dun. I just barely don't outspeed him, too. I think I have to just click Future Sight here. He's going to headbutt. We're playing the flinching game. Alright. Alright. So I'll just go back into Hydrapple then. I probably should have just done that to begin with to get my regen off. But I really wanted to get that Future Sight up. But he's going to play the flinch game. And he's going to swap. Who's he going to here? Professor Tyson. Okay. Don't know if that play is going to help him at all. I guess Heat Wave damage might be good for him here. But I do reserve Glow King as the sack. Could I just go bundle? Because I mean, you're not clicking Bleak. If you click Bleak, you're out of your mind. Torn. Heat Wave, 35. No, if I go to bundle and you click Bleak, do I just die? Yes. The answer is yes. Now, if I go Slow King, I also die. Actually, no, I never die to a Bleak win, but there's a good chance I die to Burn afterwards. I'm just gonna click Pulse. He's just gonna Heat Wave. And we're gonna get paralyzed. That is just fantastic. I mean, I think I can go Shifu here. Is Slow King more important? Probably not. But can bundle... I think bundle can actually beat Dun though. I'm gonna sack Slow King. This has been very unfortunate. And the Keldeo is definitely scarfed. No way it's not. He's gonna plot. Interesting play. Okay. I guess that's a good play. I do have Sucker Punch, so it doesn't really concern me. I'm just really beating myself up that I did not put Poison Jab on Urshifu and I kept Rock Slide instead. And he Heat Waves. So he actually risked the miss there. So good on him. And we just go bundle. And I'm going to sub first to Scout. I feel like you might want to save this. So he is staying in. He's just willing to let this thing go down. Okay. I think Keldeo might actually just win. I did not play my cards right. I think Keldeo might actually just win. I should have sacked probably the Shifu, just because it doesn't beat the Dun 101. So a bit unfortunate on my part. We did get very, very haxed, but there's only so much I can do about that. I think it's very easy for him to just go Keldeo here and just spam fighting moves. Professor Sukuna. So he actually goes into the King Gambit. I'm gonna sub. I think my only play of winning this game. This is really tough. Bit unfortunate, but like I said, there's not really much I can do. I think I'm just gonna go Mac. If he wants to call that and go to Dun, then I mean, good for him. It's kind of the obvious play, but it's the play I have to make because I got to keep Bundle around. He's just going to kowtow. And I'm just going to Wicked Blow. I got to just get damage on this to Dun, I think. Full Fizz Death to Dun, too. Yeah. I think my only way of winning this game is with Hydrapple, because Keldeo just, assuming the Keldeo's scarfed, he just beats the other two. He's just gonna roost. And I have to just Giga Drain here because I need health. He's also probably just gonna headbutt spam me, which is really annoying. He did not. He's swapping into the King Gambit. I'll take damage. I'll happily take damage. I did not mean to click that, but it's fine. That is not at all what I meant to click. I'm going Shifu now on the Kowtow. That Gyro Ball was a complete misclick. I was not thinking, I just kind of pressed A. If he wants to Iron Head again, then good. Yeah, he does Iron Head again. We can actually take one more from this range too, so. And I do have to just call the Dun coming in here, I think. And we just have to get a little lucky. He does just have Terra Blast. Assuming that breaks sub, right? It does, okay. I do think I have to just stay in here. Bundle is not the win con. The question is, what do I click? He's just gonna Terra Blast. A couple unfortunate plays led up to this. Star did still play very well, but unfortunately luck got the best of me this week. Those paras on Hydrapple did matter quite a bit, but obviously it's the game we play, so I can't really fault that. But we are going to sit here and we're going to keep playing this game. This is a very long game, and I think it's just going to keep going. So he stayed in. Probably just clicking Terra Blast again, right? He's going to actually withdraw here. Who did he go into? He went to Professor Spectre. That's an interesting switch in, because I will very freely just click Dragon Pulse. The fact that he swapped this in, when I could have clicked Freeze Dry, is kind of insane. Considering Freeze Dry has a chance to kill if he has no HP investment. He's just going to U-turn. Probably goes into King. And like I said, we can take one more. And we're gonna get paralyzed again. Sometimes that's just how the game goes. And there's just not really anything you can do about it. Like, that's just how it is sometimes. Definitely some plays I would have taken back. But overall, these paras just really suck. It just is what it is. Glare to Dun was a good bring on his part, so I cannot fault him for that. If I can get this to Dun in range, there's a chance Shifu could win, so I'm going to hope he just lets me get damage on this. But two very stally teams stalling it out. She's going to go back into King Gambit. I have to just call the kowtow. I don't think I live in Ironhead from this range, so he may just want to stay in. But I'm doubling, predicting him to just go back out into the Dun. This is going to be an extremely long fucking game, and I'm not taking the time to edit out certain parts. This game has gone on forever. I'm going to go into Prof Sheriff. He has to save health on this thing, so he goes... I can't risk that. That would lose me the game right there. I just have to click Pulse. I think he just goes back into Sukuna. I need damage. He's gonna withdraw. This game is dragging. What's crazy is I don't even think the next one kills. He's just gonna kowtow. So now he dies on switching. And he goes into the Dun. So the thing is I think Keldeo just wins if Hydrapple's not at full health. Am I right about that? Keldeo. So we know he's not spec'd, he's scarfed. So assuming you're just timid, you actually only do 50 to 59%. So there is actually a chance I can win this, assuming you have Secret Sword. Which actually does more. Secret Sword does more. I think my sack would be Bundle, because Shifu beats Pult. So I do just click Giga Train here. He's going to withdraw, probably sack the King Gambit, right? He's going to go Sukuna and sack the King Gambit, unless I get parried. Okay. So, I mean, this game's not over. Because he's probably going to go Keldeo here and think he has a kill, and he doesn't. And this Giga Drain actually has a chance to kill. So he does 243 to me with a Secret Sword. No, that's Secret Power. Secret Sword. If I'm at 243, this has a 6% chance to kill me. He must be modest. Or he specs. Either way, we go bundle now. And we just have to freeze dry. I think that got it for him. Okay. So he goes Pult, which is the obvious play here. We just freeze dry. Timer's actually going to go off here, which is crazy. I cannot believe this game actually went to timer. But this was a wild game from start to finish. I wonder if he probably just makes the safe play. Damn, I could have gotten a kill. Fuck! So it's going to be GG's to Star. Definitely a good game. A little upset about the outcome. I definitely think that I stood a chance until all the paras started happening. But either way, GG's. That's going to be it for me. I'll see you guys for week 5.